Thank you for being here once again, watching my beautiful videos of love and hope and awareness. So today is really all about manifestation and what it really means to be in a state of allowance, and that is huge. Actually, that is it when it comes to manifesting things into your life. So I'll start with many people now. They are awakening. They are awakening into a higher consciousness. People are starting to realize that there are certain energies around them where, you know, things happen and whatever they think, it's really kind of coming. And people are starting to have really awesome experiences. And so this is why I'm really talking about this, because everything is based on the law of attraction. And when I say everything, first of all, I mean this entire universe and this entire holographic space that we are in, because everything is vibration and it's caused by the law of attraction. It's the law of mirroring. Whatever, you know, you mirror out into your universe, it will mirror back to you what it is that you would like. So part of this, when people awake themselves into this reality that, wait a second, if this is really true, as I have been manifesting little things here and there, that means I can have whatever I want and live the life that I really want to live, right? And yes, you're completely correct on this. But there is one thing that holds us back, and that is having an open heart to receiving. And that is called basically the state of allowance. So a lot of people, that's when a lot of people get frustrated because they are not manifesting the things that they really want to manifest in their life, and then they get pissed off and they forget about the whole thing, or they just become very perplexed and they just don't understand. And I am here to kind of bring a little light into why it is that you're not manifesting the things that you want into your life. So basically what it is that you really need to be, again, in a state of allowance. What is a state of allowance? A state of allowance is a state of non-resistance. So what is a state of non-resistance? Okay, so a state of non-resistance or a state of allowance is basically a state where you are open to receiving, and many humans aren't. And one of the ways that we know if we're open or not open to receiving is if you are pessimistic, if you are doubtful, if you are fearful, if you are if you find yourself in conflict, if you're constantly finding yourself in conflict between right or wrong, between between right or wrong, or with your own self, with the fact that you're trying to accomplish things and it's like you're trying to prove yourself wrong, like if you're trying to sabotage yourself because it's like you don't want to believe. Oh my God, and that's right, in the classic, I'll believe it when I see it. That couldn't be any far from the truth, because what it is that you first have to believe and then you see. Okay, so I'm just gonna go really quick into the basic of the law of attraction, in the sense that a lot of people say, well, just think about it and just put it on the universe and it'll come to you, and you can even think about it every day and every hour and it'll come to you. And then some people are like, but I think about it all the time and it doesn't come to me. Why? A lot of this is because you're doubtful. And when you become doubtful, this is a negative vibration. So your positive vibration, which is what you're trying to put out into the universe, gets counteracted by your negative vibration, and all of a sudden you build resistance and you're not in a state of allowing. So it's one of those things that, I mean, it's really up to the person if they want to believe it. I don't even want to say it like that. I don't even want to just kind of pronounce it like that. I just want to tell you more like you have to be open to receiving. So open to receiving is very, it takes practice to be open to receiving. And open to receiving is really very little things, like a friend giving you a ride home. When, especially all those people that are very independent. Hey, yes, you're not in a state of allowance, because I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying most people that are independent, they have a very hard time receiving, like receiving any favors and things like that. That is the universe. That is the universe giving you these things. So you have to be in a state of allowance, right? If you want to make money, you always say to yourself, well, I want to make money, I don't know, this way. I want to make money working in an office. But then you start getting little side jobs and offers for little side jobs, and then you don't take it because you're like, no, I want this, I want this, I want this. No, you need to understand that you need to be open to receiving, because the universe is trying to kind of prepare you for what is coming, okay? And you actually, and by preparing you is for you to take in what it is coming to you, let it allow to come into your life, and that keeps that starts to give you an open heart and an open aura to receiving bigger things and your manifestations eventually. So that is really, really, really big when it comes to manifesting your desires, because you have to let these things come to you, but you have to allow them to come to you. And it's really easy as you know, getting side jobs, even if it's not something that you necessarily wanted, but it can help you somehow. Then that is being open to receiving. People giving you a ride home, that is being open to receiving. People lending you money and you feel guilty about it, don't do that. Don't do that. If people are lending you money and it comes out of the bottom of their hearts, then you need to accept it, because that is allowing yourself to be open to receiving these things. People giving you gifts, people giving you compliments. Women are number one in this. Okay, when you get a compliment, it's not like, oh my God, you're so pretty. Oh no, gosh, I'm not that pretty. Like, no, just say thank you. Allow that compliment to come into your space and feel it, and feel the goodness that feels to be complimented. So that is a way of allowing things into your space. Building non-resistance when it comes to your own manifestations. That has a lot to do with just kind of letting it go. So the way that we let go manifestations is by obviously visualizing them or even writing them down. A lot of people, they love to write it down. Writing is one of the strongest forms of manifestations. Make sure you don't put anything negative in there. It's all positive and how you want your life and what it is that you know, what would it feel like to have it, and then forget about it. Because when you forget about it, then you don't build resistance, then you don't build doubt. So that is really big, and that is kind of what I really wanted to show you guys. Just don't have doubt, let go of doubt, okay? There's no point on having doubt. And it's really about abundance. So that is actually the key into receiving manifestations in your life, is about taking in the abundance, receiving the abundance from the universe. So when it comes to abundance, little things like if you find a penny on the floor, be super thankful that you found this penny. Why? Because this penny is still money. So that means that the universe is telling you it's coming. So you have to get excited, you have to get happy. Abundance, if you want abundance in love, somebody being nice to you at the grocery store, be thankful for that little moment of connection, because that is love coming to you. So you have to see it from that point of abundance, and that is abundance. Understanding that you have food in your fridge, that is another form of abundance. You have to understand that abundance is everywhere, and that when you start to really take a look at your environment and realize that abundance is everywhere, that you are an abundant being. You may not be abundantly in the bank account just yet, but the universe is telling you, hey, you need to take a look around, because there is abundance. Once you tune in to that abundance, then you let go of resistance, you let go of doubt, and just know that it's coming, because it's like, okay, I have all this abundance around me. I have an abundance of friends. I have an abundance of food in the fridge. Even if you don't even have that much food in the fridge, guess what? There is some food in the fridge, and that is abundance, okay? I have an abundance of clothes. I have beautiful clothes that I have. I haven't gone shopping, but I will. It doesn't matter, you still have clothes. That's an abundance of something. My God, abundance is really everywhere. Abundance of connection with people. And when you start to realize all the goodness in your life, all the abundance in your life, then you start to let go of that resistance. Then you become in a state of allowance, right? I have an abundance of beauty. That's another one. I have an abundance of beauty. I still haven't gotten that contract yet, that modeling contract. But guess what? I'm still beautiful and I'm talented, and you know, it is coming. So you have to get to that point. And that's how you release. That's how you release that tension, that resistance. And start with the little things, guys. Start with just appreciation and just knowing that, you know, you have food on your table every day. That's a huge way of understanding abundance. And then, you know, somebody being nice to you in the street, somebody giving you a compliment. Those are little ways of switching your brain into thinking abundantly. And the last thing that I wanted to say is that abundance is not only everywhere, it's endless, okay? So just because now you have abundance doesn't mean that you have to hold on to it, because when you start to hold on to things like that, you're creating resistance once again. Just know that the abundance is everywhere, money is everywhere, love is everywhere, connection is everywhere, and it's something that you just have to tune into mentally and emotionally, and your life will really, really change. And I am such a huge advocate when it comes to these things, because I've seen it in my own life and I've seen it in other people's lives, but especially I see it in my own life. I've seen it firsthand so amazingly. Anything that I do that I feel proud of, anything that I do that I feel good about, I just completely go into this stage of appreciation or gratitude and just become so happy. And then more and more amazing things happen. Whenever things bad happen in my life, I really try not to react so harsh, because then that is you giving this negative force energy, and then you start to create the lack of abundance. And just remember, don't use the word need, because the word need comes from the word of lacking something. So just make sure that you use the word want. I want and I have. That's really, really, really big. The word have, to have something, or I've got to have it, or I have it already. When you use these very strong words, you will start to see the universe open up its doors for you. You are actually opening your heart to the universe, okay, guys? And everything will come to you. I love you all. I hope this helps. You know, just remember to like my video, share, let me know your opinions on this. Mwah. Have a beautiful time, guys. Bye.